Hello and welcome. I'm Bad Reactor and you're watching my WoW Classic stream. This is the Tale of Zelos, episode 11, in which my paladin Zelos quests through the world with my mage Bad Reactor, and I give an audio description of what we're doing in the game. Describing the zones, the quests, what's happening around us, and yeah, trying to make the game accessible in some way to people who are blind or visually impaired, and or otherwise can't play the game for some other reason. So yeah, we are in Astronar again, in Ashenvale Forest. Finished most of the stuff in the wetlands, so came back here. Yeah, so I had a quest actually from the wetlands that took me to Theramore, and there was a quest that brought me back here to Ashenvale, so I'm turning that in. You're here to offer your services to the Alliance, Zelos. We welcome the aid, for although its beauty remains, Ashenvale Forest is not the peaceful place it once was. That was Shindrel Swiftfire, the night elf female standing next to the signpost. When that quest turned in, we've just got a few more to do here. The Forsaken Diseases one is a bit difficult. Those are too high. So I guess we'll go over to the other end of the zone and finish up the Tower of Athlax. The Tower of Athlax! So we're going to run past all the buildings in Astronar. There's a pagoda, some broken columns, the inn on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, one of those huge T-shaped buildings. And then on the left, just before we go through the exit archways, is the guy whose daughter I helped heal. Quest that spanned like 6 levels, and yeah, sent me all over the zone. So yeah, we are leaving Astronar and following the road. It's taking us south, and then it will sharply turn to the east. And we're making our way along the stone road with all the green and purple and green with purple tipped grass. Large trees with thick purplish and green roots surround us. Some of the big trees are green with vines hanging from them. Some of them are purple. There's some roots jutting out of the ground, and around some of the trees there are a few small bushes or shrubs, and the pathway is lined with some of those lovely curved almost flower-like lanterns with the glowing aura coming from inside. On the left we pass a little river-ish thing. I think it's just a lake. I don't think it flows anywhere. Up ahead I just saw someone fly by on a Windrider. Someone from the Horde going from the Zoram Strand probably back toward Orgrimmar. Next to this lamp, there's a stone, a large carved stone, and a few vases. And we pass a undead priest on the road, and off to the left there's a few. There's one full, tall, standing column with moss hanging from it, and a few broken columns around it as well. On the right, we're passing a little dirt road that would take us down to Mistral Lake, where we did a few quests a few days ago. And now we're just running down the road. We're passing all those Furbolg encampments that we knocked out a few days ago as well. And we're back to one of those large tree the large tree limb coming up and curving straight up with the 3 glowing lanterns hanging from it. That's still one of the cool little details that doing a stream this way has afforded me to notice, because I've always loved Ashenvale and the lush beauty of it, but to notice just the finer little details about the architecture and what the trees are doing. There's little birds flying around. I mean, they're obviously just silhouettes programmed in the distance, but the fact that you can't interact with them or get an up-close look at them just really makes it feel like it's not part of the game, like it's naturally there. And we've already passed the fork in the road that goes up to Rainwood Retreat and Fellwood, and we're approaching the fork in the road that could take us down into the Barrens, which I might have to go do some quests in the Barrens. Maybe, no, that's all teens. I'm running out of quests. I'm gonna have to do a dungeon a few times soon. Alright, and we're coming up on a river that runs through most of, yeah, a good chunk right through the middle of Ashenvale almost. I don't think it really leads anywhere though. It seems like it dead ends. And my interface keeps saying that I have mail on my mage, and I checked several times and I don't know what's going on there. We've reached that fork in the road that would take us to Barrens, and we passed the wooden signpost with all its different pointy arrow directional things on top. Okay, now up ahead on the right there is a horde like small camp with a few PvP guards and a wagon, and then on the left is Splinter Tree Post, an actual horde encampment. So you gotta kind of steer around out of the guards' aggro range because they're a bit higher. I think last time I had one of them come after me, I was like 25, and there was still a skull where their level would be, so they're probably like level 40 guards. Won't kill me in 2 hits, but definitely don't want to try to fight them off. Alright, and the road is curving up toward the north now. I just realized I wasn't running my Twitch app, so if anyone's been saying anything, I haven't been able to hear it or read it. You know what I meant. Internet. Do. Let's hop over into chat, see what's going on. Nothing's going on. It's fine. So, up ahead on the... Oh, I still gotta follow the road a little bit. I'm jumping the gun. I gotta cross over this, this other wooden bridge over another river. And some of these purple trees, as we cross this bridge, we can see, just like when we were up in Night Run, fighting off the satyrs up there, this is Satirnar that we're coming up on, and the trees are doing the same thing, where a lot of the trees all throughout Ashenvale are brown and with purple or green, or even purple and green, like this one right here. On this side, it's just a very... the bark on the tree is grayish, like imagine tree bark or wood as it's been sitting in the weather, the elements, not rotting, but definitely turning that dull color. That's what these trees look like. All the leaves are turning a very muted purplish gray, and as we can see in the distance, some of the larger trees just don't have leaves at all. So we're gonna keep going northeast on this road, and up ahead we can see 4 of those weird face stump carvings like we saw in Darkshore, except these ones, there's 3 different ones. There's 2 on each side. Of course, they've got the glowing ghost wispy eye things going on as well. And just the distorted facial look that they have on them is just wonderfully creepy. And up here on the left is the Satirnar. We can see another one of those red demonic engraved gates. 2 pillars with a beam over the top. And then we've got a few more of these cross looking with an upside down arch on top things. And then right in front of that there's a smaller one and a torch which has a blue fire going on it, and it's just surrounded by piles of skulls. And on the left side is the same thing pretty much, except the big cross thing has a banner on it. A red banner with a golden pattern. Almost looks sort of like a dragon. Oh no, it's clearly a satyr. It's got all the horns and stuff. And hey, look, a satyr was right here at the entrance, just waiting to ambush me. And we're gonna take that out. Maybe. He's running away like a little word that I'm not gonna say on stream. I'm gonna buff up since they're coming at me already. Didn't even go through the gate. They're already chomping at the bit, trying to get a taste of this paladin. Alright, let's mana up and then go in there. Looks like got some satyr warlocks in there. They got voidwalkers. And we need to find the other little crystal. The imprisoned soul. I want to say somewhere there was another quest for this particular camp. Alright, and we're just gonna take it out. This is the Bleakheart Shadow Stalker. This encampment is just a bunch of those satyr tents. Kind of curved wooden spikes coming out of the ground with red cloth sewn up in pieces between. Sort of like a half dome. And then in the middle, we've got an entire shrine of that red Seder material with carvings all over it. Demonic language. There are some of those yellow, foul-looking mushrooms growing around the camp, and all over the camp there is braziers with fire pits with blue fire all over. Ooh. Oh, great. Nope, my paladin is most definitely dead. And I need to keep my mage from suffering the same fate. I don't want to go on the cart. Oh geez, my mage is just not having any luck. Okay, mage is safe. Paladin, not so much. I did kill something. That's the important thing. At least something died. Cross that bridge, don't burn it. Oh, great. Just the person I needed in my chat. Luckily, the graveyard isn't too far away. It's just south of those face stump carving weird things. Now, the difficult part here is getting my paladin and mage in the same place again. I have somehow managed to finagle it. And then I stupidly jumped on my paladin and caused my mage to stop doing what I needed it to do. Alright, now we're gonna get the heck out of this encampment. Because we have no reason to be here anymore. And looks like we'll have to fight one Blackheart Trickster on our way out. Which is fine. It's just one. It's not 3 of them coming at me at once. Alright, where was the turn-in for this again? Meister's Post! Oh no! That's all the way on the other side of the zone. Ugh. I need the Forsaken Diseases, but they just own me over there. So we're gonna head back down the road. Coming back the way we came. It's fun and sorry, I was checking my Twitch chat. Apparently before I launched the app, there was stuff said in the chat that I missed. It's okay, I know the guy. It was nothing important. Except explaining possibly what the mail glitch on my mage is about, but my mage doesn't have any mail, and I don't think I listed anything on the auction house last night, so he shouldn't have any mail. And we're approaching Splinter Tree Post on the right. So we're going to want to keep our distance just a tad bit. Up ahead we can see Splinter Tree Post, at least the entrance to it. It actually goes, there's a outpost tower at the entrance, and there's a road that goes into the actual encampment. The encampment itself is surrounded by spiked logs as a fence, with horde banners flying, and a wooden gate, also made out of spiked logs that can close downward. And there's a few larger buildings within it. Obviously I can't give you a tour as I am playing Alliance, and they will kill me on site. Do I want to take another look at, see if maybe someone else is doing this quest? Yeah, I'll run down and take a look. We've got some Ashenvale Outrunners stealthed and patrolling the area as we approach the Dordonal Barrow Den. There's some slimes all over the place. Some rotting slimes. It appears there is someone else over here. A gnome warlock. Holy crap. I'm able to complete this quest. Most excellent. Oops, wrong button. I accidentally threw down a consecrate as I left the encampment. And here we're passing a 25-20 druid named Hoogie Dowser. Very clever, swapping that name around. Neil Patrick Harris would be proud. And we are back up at the road. And making a left to go back west. Because now we've got... Ah, shoot, no. Nope, we're going to go north. We're going to go northeast. because the Forsaken Diseases quest was up in Forest Song. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go northeast, turn in the quest at Forest Song, and then continue across the river here that separates Ashenvale and Ashara / Duratar, which the river actually stems from Waterfall up at the Hyjal and Winter Spring border. It's pretty cool. Yeah, we're gonna cross that bridge and go into the Ashara zone, and there's a flight person right there. At least that's what I hear and have seen, because I already got the flight path. And then I can just fly back to Astronar and run over to Maestra's Post, making the whole endeavor much easier, much quicker, and it's a great way to stay in shape. Alright, solid 27 minutes of stream so far. I hope y'all are having a good time. The 2 people watching. Share with your friends. I really do enjoy doing this, and hope it catches on at some point, because I just want to share Warcraft. It's a good game, I want to share it. Alright, we are back up here at Satirnar. On a whim, I decided to see if the camp was empty, and a warlock had just finished clearing it, or was killing the last mob there, so I really lucked out. We're going to make a left here to enter back into Forest Song. Gotta be careful, because there are some creatures around this lower half of Forest Song. You saw me briefly enter it on my mage as I was running the heck away from, well, everything. But yeah, just lots of Night Elf ruins and buildings. There's a pagoda with the moonlight shining through it in the northeastern end. Yeah, got a large, tall tower. All this is beautiful white stone, intricate carving. Well, you can see there was intricate carvings, but a lot of them are faded. There's a bookshelf and a fire and a dresser and some other stuff in this rune over here. And same with the rune house in Caneth Stillwind. But, you know, there's actually a person in this one. Did you find the Camp Zelos? Do you have a bottle of disease? Very good, Zelos. Now, by testing the contents of this bottle, the goals of the Forsaken will be revealed. He is testing. Oh! Ah! The disease is potent, and it attacks the mind. I must resist! Kenneth Stillwind lets out a scream as he overcomes the disease. I have survived the poisons of the Forsaken Zelos, and I now know what must be done. When I struggled with the Forsaken's poisons, I had a vision. I had a vision of the druids in the Dordanil Barrowden, poisoned, murdered by the undead. They are now errant ghosts, severed from their bodies and driven mad. So that the druid spirits might someday find peace, You must enter the door down Old Barrow Den and destroy its once great leaders, Tennille Darkwood, Uthil Mooncall, and Mavoris Cloudsbreak. Do this, then return to me. And my mage just leveled from turning that in. And then I can just share the quest with my mage and avoid having to wait for him to go through that whole spiel again. That's a level 32 quest, so I'm not going to be doing that today, as I am 5 levels below it. So yeah, we're going to hop back up onto... I'm going to continue northeast a little bit. Actually, just northeast a little bit until I come around the edge. And we're going to come around and head straight down back toward the road. And we are at the road, and we can even see the bridge up ahead of the distance, as well as some of the green and red and even yellow pine trees that really set the mood for the Ashara zone. The bridge up ahead is stone. It's got 2 stone pillars on either side of it. And right behind the pillars, we've got some more of those those wooden stump face creepy things. No one ever explains what those are supposed to be. And now we're crossing the South Fury River, and if we look to the south, in the river itself, we can see some Night Elf runes. And if we look to the north, we can see, looks like one of those stone ruined beams actually over the river, in between the walls of the river itself, just about 30 meters or 30 yards above the river surface there. Anyway, we're gonna cross into Ashara. The Ashara is, there's not a lot here except prettiness. There's like no quests, and yeah, it is kind of an unfinished zone, but the grass is a very vibrant red with rust-colored orange tips on some of it. A lot of red trees. It's like it's autumn here all the time. And there's some rocks jutting out of the ground, and there's some bushes, and they're kind of like an olive green color. Just very muted. You could definitely spot the bushes in the distance. And some things you're like, is that a bush or is that a rock? Yeah. If we look to the north, we can see a few Night Elf runes up on the hill. But our main goal here is the Hippogriff Master. So we can fly back to Astronar. Because we are astronauts. No, we're not. That's a lie. Children, don't lie. We're flying, and off on the left we can actually see the Horde has been cutting down the trees of Ashenvale there. It's either the Horde or the Venture Company. I'm pretty sure it's the Horde, though, because obviously Orgrimmar is right there. Just to the southeast. at the top of Duratar, bordering Ashara. And here our hippogriff is flying over the Falfaran River. That one river I told you about earlier, the first bridge we crossed over. And we see the bears and the spiders all along the side of the river, just doing their own thing. Then our hippogriff turns and starts flying over the road. But we're not going to grandmother's house. We're going to Astronar. Alright, and here we go. Still flying. Almost there, though. And we turn and pass the graveyard. That is pretty much directly east. Obviously, Astronar's like on an island in the middle of a lake, so the graveyard is east on the other side of the lake bank. Ooh, there's a sagefish school, but I'm not here to fish. Yeah, I don't really need to clean my bags out, so we're good. We're gonna head west to Maestra's Post. I'm not gonna pick those two quests up. I will, Didn't I grab a quest to go to Stone Talon? And he is out of my range to give any buffs. That's what happens when someone buffs you going the opposite way. Where? There, no. I don't know where I'm supposed to get that. Oh, that's in Thousand Needles. Whoops, I misread that quest. But I have to really head down to that same area anyway. Turn in the quest on the border of Feralis. Someone has the Crimson Whelpling. I actually killed some stuff earlier. Just is an attempt for it. Not like serious grinding, but I was in the area. Thought I'd knock a few of them out. Gonna open another water. Because it's important to stay hydrated, especially when you're talking for an hour straight. And we have arrived at the southern end of Maestra's Post. I could just jump straight down, but I won't. I'll take the road down begrudgingly. And up there we can see Delgrin the Purifier. And we will finish this chapter of the Tower of Althalax. Perhaps the satyrs have been allowed to persist in the forest for too long. I will speak with Alyssa about it when next I travel to Aberdeen. Nonetheless, with the soul gems destroyed, Arthricus's power will be greatly diminished. We must seize on this opportunity to eliminate him and his cult. Before confronting Arthricus, it would probably be wise for you to consult with Bethule. I have no doubt he has been vigilant in his watch of the tower, and he may have information about recent developments. Well, that's cool. So, is Bethul the... Yes, he's the guy next to the tower. Oh, jeez. What do I want to do? That's a lot of running. Like, a lot of running. So, I'm gonna go get some brain stems and the core gem. In the tunnels by Black Fathom Deeps. Because I've just let that quest sit there in my log for about 6 or 7 levels now. You know, when I first started doing stuff in Ashenvale. So we're gonna head west towards the Zorm Strand. Passing by all the wild bucks and alpha wolves. Or no, ghost paw runners. Whew. And over here we've got some night elf runes just scattered about through, along this winding small road. And we see a ghost paw runner corpse right here along the side of the road, so we're just gonna skin that real quick. Get a medium hide. And continue on. Toss some more buffs on. Because, oh, and there's a briar thrown off to the side, so gonna grab that from my mage. Because herbs are important. Especially when I'm trying to raise alchemy on my dwarf. Gotta get all the herbs. Alright, and here we're getting to more frequent amounts of runes as we start getting closer to the Zoram Strand and Black Fathom Deeps. And this is actually the road that leads back up into Darkshore. Remember, if you remember, this was the small road that came out right here in the middle and met up with the road just south of the Master's Glaive. You can see the fork right there. But we're gonna go over toward the beach, past what appears to be almost a Greek-like looking temple. Definitely inspired by the artists, inspired for the artists by Greek temples. And the Zoram Strand. And here we have a bunch of Naga patrolling. We've got a meeting stone. And up here, this little building, small tower thing is the part I've described before with the stairs going down. Actually, no. I described the one in Darkshore. They use the same model, obviously. Just intricate wood, intricate, almost granite-looking stonework. And along the walls, there's some like basins jutting out with water, and it's glowing blue, and sparkles are rising up, and it just looks cool. Has a lot of ambiance. There's along some of the stairways, overlooking the middle, there's some carp heads with water flowing out of the mouths down into the bottom, which is, well, it's filled with water. And it's like we're going to the depths or something. So we reached the end of the stairs going around the square. And we actually swim down in the water and underneath and enter the caverns. There's a Torn Druid just chilling there. So what lights these caverns are pretty much wisps glowing a brighter blue than normal wisps, and they're encircling some of the roots that are lining the edges of the cavern. Oh geez, this is an elite. All these are elites. Oh, I forgot this is like a group thing. They're level 20 elites, so I have to fight them. They put up a fight and I don't even get anything for it, because they're so far below me. I forgot this was a chore. But I got the corrupted brainstem, so I guess it's worth it to actually be killing these things for a quest credit. Alright, this Black Fathom Tide Priestess is down. And with that, I'm going to heal up and mana up. And we're going to follow the cave. Really, there were two guys and there's nothing? Someone must have just come through here. There's really not a lot of things to kill, so I'm going to get as far in as I can. Because I'm pretty sure I can interact and turn in one of those quests I have without going into the dungeon. Yes, someone is most definitely here killing things. There's actually the entrance to the dungeon. So we're gonna kill this Tide Priestess, and my mage is gonna grab that Strangle Kelp behind her. Gonna kill these Naga. Kill the Black Fathom Tide Priestesses with their ice bolt things and trying to heal themselves, and it's like, Alright. Get my mage the Strangle Kelp. And we're gonna just run around and kill some guys, I guess. At the end of this cave, there's just a bunch of barrels with some mushrooms growing in front of them. Small pile of spears next to the barrels, and some glowing crystals jutting out from the cave walls. Creepy. Go down this path, and nothing here. Was this quest guy in the dungeon? I don't remember. I'm just gonna pop in real quick. Okay, he's in the dungeon. So my questy add-on is sort of accurate. So we're just gonna go through the cave and kill anything that's popping back up. Because we need 8 plus 7, 15 brain stems. And a core gem. Can't forget the core gem for my paladin quest. So we've got a Black Fathom Oracle here in this underground cave pond. And over here in the corner there's a giant clam. It's kind of like an underwater treasure chest. Gonna loot it and get some tangy clam meat. Tasty. Totes my goats. And I'm gonna pull this Black Fathom Oracle. And I'm gonna make her die. Make her die real good. Just swimming, hitting her with an axe while swimming, you know, that's physics. That's how it works, right? And I got the corrupted core gem. Hooray! Alright, and we're just gonna come fight this other Naga. She's dead. She drops a clam. The crowd goes wild. Not really. Rugrats go wild. I don't know. Come up to fight another Oracle. And a satyr has spawned behind me. Shucks. Okay. Oh, he's level 21. That's why he didn't. So I'm just gonna hang out here a little bit. And let's drink some water. And think about what we've done. We've broken into some underwater cave ruins. And it's all glowy and awesome. And we're just killing things in this cave. We start taking out this Oracle who is chilling down in the water. Don't know what Naga do in the water when they chill like that, but it can't be good. Jeez, I forgot the drop rate on these brain stems is garbage. Satyrs are demons. I can exorcise them. Holy crap, this just got so much easier, at least for these guys. I still only have one brainstem. I forgot how much this quest sucked. Gotta make sure I keep this Tide Priestess from healing. She didn't even get to try. Ooh, a bloodstained surcoat of the bear. That's not as good as what I'm wearing. That's fine, because that's enchanting mats. I need to drink. Hooray. Let's take on this fallen root satyr. Oh, he unarmed me. Wow, we got a second brainstem. That was cool. Swim down in this cavern with some underwater. We've got some more of those glowing blue cave crystals, some bones, and some sort of almost kind of like an anemone but sickly looking, some coral down in the corner. And let's get another breath. Actually buff my mage. Take on this Tide Priestess down here. Alright, and that's 3 corrupted brain stems. Very excited. We're heading back up toward the entrance. Just because I have a feeling I'm going to want to empty my bags and actually run this dungeon tonight after the stream. Sorry about that. I had to chase the cat away. He's been sleeping on my computer and getting fur in it. Alright, and here we go. Back on the stairway. Got a few of the brain stems. Almost a quarter of the way done. I'll have to be in there and grinding a bit, but not too shabby. And we are at about an hour, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Once again, I'm Bad Reactor. You've been watching my WoW Classic stream, The Tale of Zelos. Should have another episode tomorrow, and then Saturday, me and my brother should be doing our dwarves. And we should have another few people joining us, and we should be establishing our guild. So, yeah. You should all make dwarves and join us in our awesome dwarf-only guild over on Atesh. Details coming soon. And, yeah. Thank you all for watching, and have a wonderful evening.